There's a big motorway that shoots right up the eastern coast of Italy. It's there so people can quickly get up and down the coast bypassing the dramatic Apennine Mountains. It's something virtually all travellers do on their speedy, go-fast itineraries. If they're lucky, they may stop for a lunch break in the Republic of San Marino. Yet there are so many amazing ancient towns and sites nestled in the mountains nearby. And that is why we stay 3 nights in a gorgeous Italian villa near Passo, ringed here in red. Yes, of course, we catch the cable car up to spend the entire morning in the little landlocked country of San Marino. It's great. Beautifully perched on a hilltop dating back 1700 years, it is the oldest democratic republic in the world. But look, on those rolling hills over there in the distance are little unspoiled villages. One of them is Mondaino. And because we have time, we go there. For our guided tour, we are met by a costumed character who will lead us on a regal procession through this beautifully preserved town. It's really interesting and a lot of fun. But this is Pecorino country, and so we end our tour with a visit to the Porta di Sotto, a genuine 15th century cheese mill. Inside, you'll even discover 3 original Pecorino wells still used for maturing the cheese the old-fashioned way. Time for a tasting. And then there's the incredible UNESCO World Heritage listed city of Urbino with its massive ducal palace. Step back to the year 1470 and you'll find Duke Federico di Montefeltro living in this enormous building. With his powerful mercenary army and modern military tactics, this warlord controlled much of the destiny of Europe. Available to the highest bidder, kings and even popes came to him for help. He became so wealthy, and his palace, which we visit, boasts 365 rooms, one for each day of the year. But he wasn't a brutish soldier. This was the Renaissance era, and he encouraged the arts and sciences to flourish. Some famous names were Donato Bramante, who was the chief architect of St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, and the wonderful artist Raffaello. There's even a street named after him. He was also fascinated by visual perspective. In his study, you will see incredible inlaid wood art with a real depth perspective, possibly the finest in the world. The architecture in town is dramatic. The streets and alleys a pleasure to saunter through. It's a perfect place to relax, grab a coffee or lunch without the hordes of tourists. And of course, if you're in the area, you simply have to go through Furlo Pass. It's a spectacular drive which Mussolini used to take when cutting through this region. His beautiful and dramatic shortcut through the mountains, evading Allied air ambush. And at the far side is Bar Furlo, the historic cafe Mussolini and his entourage always stopped at for a refreshment. In fact, part of the old cafe is a museum, and with his original chairs and artifacts and photos of him sitting outside, having a quiet beverage in the shade. Now, if it's good enough for Mussolini, then it must be good enough for you. These unusual visits are just a sample of so many on this Italian Alternativo tour. So here's a question for you. Which would you rather do? Stay on a motorway rushing through this historic, beautiful, non-touristy region? Or would you rather the Albatross way? Staying a while, lingering, savouring and absorbing so many wonderful unspoiled sights. Salute! Cheers!